What's going on, YouTube folks out there? This is your boy Lunya1 here, and this video, if you haven't seen already, is about McDonald's and the issue that's being perpetrated out there that they do not pay a living wage. Ergo, McDonald's is the bad guy. Now, I am definitely not here to follow up or condone the message that's being put out there by the right-wing party that McDonald's is a money-making company that creates jobs and that they should be able to pay whatever they want to pay. Number one, let's be honest, McDonald's is a detriment to our society. Okay, we do get food. We can eat our Happy Meals. It has become part of our culture, and it is not one that I am all too prepared to say we should do away with. I'm just not one to encourage it as a regular part of. We should not be going to McDonald's, 5, 4, even 3 days out of the week, in my opinion. That should be something that's once in a while. You understand what I'm saying? So no, I definitely do not agree with this notion that McDonald's is a job creator and they should be allowed to pay whatever they want for the sake of them staying a strong company. I definitely would enjoy to see a future where McDonald's is not making as much money. Not only them, but the majority of the fast food chains out here in America. If you're out there pushing out that low quality food, you should not be getting rich by pumping out garbage to the American people. But at the end of the day, it's what the American people want. It's what we're going out to eat because we're too lazy to stay home and cook our own bologna, essentially. Now, as far as them paying a living wage, I definitely have a problem with us trying to force them to pay a quote-unquote living wage. I have people, or I've seen videos where they're out there making the argument that McDonald's should be paying $11, $12, $13, $14 an hour. And there's no way, there is no justifiable way when they can hire little children to do the jobs that you do. You can be hired at McDonald's, I would say, at the age of 15, 16, okay, where you have no skill set, no education. Why in the world do you think you deserve to be paid a living wage working at a fast food restaurant? And this is the thing that pisses me off about people. You didn't do what you had to do in school. You didn't do what you had to do to get your education, but you want to turn around and demand that a job where there's no real set of skills required pays you an exuberant amount of money. And that should not be the case. No, I definitely have a problem with you having 3, 4, 5 kids working at McDonald's and then getting mad at them because they do not pay you what you consider to be a living wage. It's wrong. If you want to make money for your family, then work to get yourself out of McDonald's. Work to become manager over that particular chain, because even the managers, the shift leaders or whatever that are there, don't get paid a hill of beans. And let's just be honest, a lot of them are just there for the sake of having a title. There are well-trained employees there that can do that job at the drop of a hat, as long as they understand the system well enough. Look, you should not be getting paid over $10 an hour to flip burgers. You should not be getting paid over $10 an hour to fold up a burger within a burger. You should not be getting paid over $10 an hour to scoop fries in a basket. I'm sorry. Yes, I do understand that McDonald's could do a lot better to spread the wealth. I definitely understand that. There's plenty of money to go around in McDonald's, and I definitely see the argument being made there. But let's be real about this. McDonald's is supposed to be something for children, okay? It's supposed to be child-based. When I was growing up and I needed a job, that's where I went to, McDonald's. Now, I know in the past they've done, commercials and stuff where like you had the young man walking through his town. He was a manager at McDonald's, and everybody, the whole community, was proud of him and everything. Calvin, thank you, babe. Yeah, everybody was proud of Calvin because he had that job, but you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the point. We should not be looking 10, 15, however long ago that was, and still see Calvin working that position talking about I'm making a living wage. That's bullcrap, okay? Calvin should not, Calvin was single at the time, I'm assuming, or at least he didn't have children anyway. So we should not see Calvin with 2 or 3 children now still working that same position. Okay, so for all of you folks out there, jumping on this bandwagon, yeah, pay me more. You know what? You need to go somewhere. You really need to check yourself. You need to look inside yourself and decide that you need to get up out of that situation. You do not need to make that situation conform to you. And that's a big problem that we have today in our society, especially in the African American community. How dare you? Really, you have the audacity to stand up self-righteously and act as though you deserve to be paid a living wage for flipping burgers. No. Look, you ought to be glad that McDonald's is hiring you because there are plenty of children out there. Yes, I said that there are plenty of children out there, young boys and girls, who are trying to go to school and earn some money so that they can buy, the nonsense that they, revere nowadays, the $100 pair of kicks, the new video game, or some folks, like I was doing, I was buying clothes just so I could look decent going to school. But whatever. It's for the children, though. It's for the children. And the moment McDonald's starts to stray away from that model, I could see you making the case, and in some sense they already have, but don't get it twisted as far as the employment goes, okay? Look, I worked at a McDonald's. I worked at one of the sorriest McDonald's out there, okay? I gladly tell you it was a sorry McDonald's, okay? They talk to the employees like crap. Why? Because they don't even drug test the employees there, okay? You could be working with someone who is as long as they don't smell of any kind of drug or alcohol, they're good to go as far as working there, all right? And the people there would talk to you like trash. Why? Because they knew. If you do not want to sit here and take my verbal assault for the $7.25, and before that it was $6.15, and even before that it was $5.25. So if you did not want to sit here and listen to me talk to you like you was a gutter, whatever, like you were gutter trash for the minimum wage that we are paying you, you can leave. And we'll simply just get someone else. That's the way that they have operated. That's the way a lot of these places have operated. Okay? If you just woke up one day and decided that, a living wage, look, I work at a job that involves a whole lot more than what McDonald's involves. Now, McDonald's I might sweat a little bit more, doing the stuff there at McDonald's, but as far as, thinking wise and problem solving, things of that nature, I work at a job that definitely involves that, and definitely, in my estimation, should be paying a living wage, and they don't, in my estimation. But they do pay more than $10 an hour, thank Lord for that. But that's a job that warrants that at the end of the day, okay? And when you have people that work at these jobs where real skill set is required and they're barely making, if they are making a living wage, how dare you turn around and say you should be paid that same amount for flipping burgers? You got to be kidding me. You do not deserve that. You did not work for that. You did not earn that. You should have done what... Listen, if you had done what you were supposed to do in life, you would not be there at McDonald's. So it's wrong for you to then turn around and talk about, oh, my children, oh, my children. Yeah, when you call the McDonald's hotline, they're going to suggest that you get on food stamps and all of that nonsense. Why? Because they know they were not equipped to hire people, to keep them on there like that, to have them make a legitimate living wage. That's not the type of job that is made for. That is not what it's about there, okay? So you guys, you really need to check yourselves. All you folks out there screaming on the, there are places like Walmart, Okay, I could see the argument being made there a little bit more. I could see the argument being made there a little bit more. Okay, because there is a whole lot more in these, especially these large mega stores, with the amount of time and effort involved in putting a smile on and you know, presenting this so-called customer service. You're selling these products for you know, in some cases the lowest of lowest prices until you've moved out the competition. Then they raise up slightly enough to make sure that they make every last single dime that they could possibly make. You know, these stores make plenty of money and they're really not sharing it. You understand what I'm saying? But the quality of work involved in those stores, in a lot of cases, you can definitely see where the management is being underpaid. Okay, you could definitely see that. The cashiers, I don't, you know, personally, I wouldn't say Walmart is a place where you would want to encourage young children in school to come and be your cashier. Okay, but at the same time, if it was a cashier working as a cashier for 5 years talking about I want to get paid a living wage, no, you need to get yourself a promotion and you need to do what you need to do in order to get that promotion. Okay, if you're not, then it's wrong for you to turn around and say I need to be paid $10, $15 an hour. Who the heck do you think you are? You're a cashier. Okay, you better be glad they let you handle the money. You understand what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, no, society is not right. And yes, a lot of these businesses have created a model where they are going to make an exuberant amount of money so that they can make sure that the business itself is straight and so that they can make sure that the CEOs have as much stock in that business as possible. Yes, there's a clear disparity between little old cashier or little old janitor and the CEO of the company. They work for the same company, and you know, you can make the argument that one works just as hard as the other. Okay, I get that. Okay, but no, you do not demand to make a quote unquote living wage when, look, if McDonald's start paying $15 an hour, then the economy, as you know it, is going to be, you know, just upside down, because what's going to happen to all the folks who are currently not making $15 an hour and they're working at better jobs? Okay, then you have to deal with the fact that, okay, everyone gets paid more. Now we got to deal with this whole inflation nonsense. And I'm not an economist. I don't know how that works. But generally, if people start having more money, you understand what I'm saying? Because the CEOs and those at the top, they're not going to take a decrease in pay. They're going to say, well, if their pay goes up, then my pay gets to go up. So really, you got to understand what you're arguing for at the end of the day. Please be clear. You need to make the argument that they need to get paid less so that you can get paid more. This way, there's still the same amount of money out there. If you get paid more and you allow them to get paid more, then essentially more money has to be generated, and the more money that gets generated, you know, you pump more money into the society to appease you. At the end of the day, the prices of everything else goes up. And at the end of the day, you're stuck in the same position. Yeah, you get to make $15 an hour, but guess what? A gallon of milk costs $10 an hour. $10 an hour costs $10 a gallon now. So really, what did you make at the end of the day? No, the answer to that definitely is, if you don't like your working condition, work to get up out of it. Okay, and then show your support or lack thereof by the way you go to those businesses. I don't go to McDonald's 5 days a week. I don't go to McDonald's 3 days a week. If I'm feeling froggy, I might go there, you know what I'm saying, 2, maybe 3 days a week. And even then, I'm not buying something major. You know, it used to be a time when you could take someone to McDonald's and that was something nice to do. Okay? Now it's like, especially with these working parents and stuff, they don't have time for their children, so they figure they take them to McDonald's, and they do this quite often. You understand what I'm saying? And they wonder why the children are developing all kind of diseases as they grow up, but that's another story for another time. My whole point is, if McDonald's had the understanding that they cannot pay that low wage to these folks, that they cannot feed this trash to these people and expect them to live off of it 5 to 7 days out of the week, then perhaps they would change their business model to better fit the society. If you look at McDonald's in other countries, they serve other types of food in those other countries. I've heard of McDonald's that serves spaghetti, for instance, okay? Why? Because that society was not going to deal with the culture of burger and fries and these fake McNuggets only, okay? That type of society was going to demand a little bit more. But see, in our communities, we don't do that. We're comfortable with the burgers and the fries, and we're comfortable to gobble it all down and get it supersized and go in there and let the people treat us like trash. We're comfortable. We go there every day, get the order wrong, and we still continue to go. At some point, like, look, and that's part of what turned me off. Why am I going to go there and my order is wrong every time? My order is wrong every time I go there, yet I continue to go there. And again, you folk out there claiming that you want to be paid a living wage, you can't even get the order right. Anyway, I'm ranting. That's my piece on it. You guys have a great day. Lungyao One here. Peace.